Hello my dear grade 10 students, how are you all? Welcome to the platform. Today we are starting the session number 1 of mathematics, right? So we're going to cover up the most important chapters. If you feel in the algebra will be quadratic equation, right? Because of course there are total 5 to 6 marks that can be asked from here. We'll see that in detail when we cover the weightage in today's session only. But we also have this application in the chapter polynomial. Remember, polynomial has in your syllabus quadratic polynomial. So the concepts over here will be useful to solve those questions as well. So that makes this chapter very important. Now what we're going to cover in this, so we'll cover entire chapter in the session today itself. All the concepts, all the subtopics which is a part of the syllabus that you can cross check with the NCERT. Okay, now apart from the concept part, we'll also solve questions on each and every subtopic of this. We'll not leave anything behind. After the session you will be able to solve any question coming your way from the quadratic equation chapters, right? Whether it is MCQ, assessment reason, whether it is case study, whether it is your the devil that you call which is going to be word problem. So all of that can be easily solved after watching this particular session. Okay, so I've taken enough number of questions, I've taken all the concepts into the consideration, and also don't forget I have taken questions on the basis of competency based level where the question is going to be asked in your boards. So I have taken those kind of questions so that you are able to relate with it and see how those questions are and how can you solve them. Got it? Now before I start with the session, let me tell you one thing. At Diksha Vedantu for class 10th, we are bringing in the experience, the excellence of last 27 years in producing toppers, achievers of CBSE boards. Okay, and the most unique thing about this platform is that all the subjects, all the content over here given will be only in the English medium. Okay, so be ready for that. If you are up for it, if you want to start a session right now, let me know in the comment section. Ready sir, let's conquer, let's complete our chapter quadratic equation. So if you are new to the channel right now, subscribe the channel, you and most don't forget to turn the notification bell on, because you will see the lectures coming in, okay, as we in tomorrow also another lecture is coming. So like that, there are a lot of videos coming for all of you, whether it is informative, whether they're lectures of mathematics or other subjects, you'll have all that coming in. If you don't have the notification bell turned on, you might miss out on that. So keep the notification always on, and the subscription should be done right away. Okay, so let's start the session right now. So now in the session outline today, if you check, these are the various topics which can be asked or which is going to be covered in the session. Okay, so they are all, because it is a one-shot session, so of course we have to cover everything, starting from the very simple standard form, basically where we talk about how does what is the exact form of quadratic equation, right? And then we move on to solving a quadratic equation, whether with the approach of factorization method or with the approach of the formula method, which is also called as Sridharacharya formula method. Okay, then the last is nature of roots. So we have questions on all of this to be practiced as well. So a total of across I think 20 questions we're going to solve today, close to 20 problems we will solve today in all of these topics. So this is the session outline. We'll learn all the concepts and we'll solve total of 20 questions in the session itself, and by then your chapter will be over. It is very important chapter, right? And we'll see the very basic, very important part of this chapter is that, so if you see the weightage category, right? So entire algebra has 20 marks coming from it. The overall algebra has 20 marks coming from it, and the quadratic equation has itself 5 to 6 marks. Okay, now you can see whether it is solving a quadratic equation or it is nature of roots, the question categories are from everything. Section A is MCQ, section B is 2 marker, section C is 3 marker, section D is 5 marker, and section E is 4 marker. So whether you see from this point, from any of the section you see, whether A, B, C, D, E, the question can be framed in any of the categories, whether it is MCQ, assessment reason. If you see the BYQ strand also, you'll understand that this chapter question can be asked in any of the sections. It can be a 4 marker, can be a MCQ, but total overall 5 to 6 marks will come from here. That is a must. Now if we move on and start our session with the very first thing, which is called as standard form of quadratic equation, right? It starts from, remember, we write like this, we have a second degree, right? Second degree means power of the variable will be 2, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Ax square plus bx plus c will be equal to 0, and a will be a non-zero value. Now all of you know why a is non-zero, because if you put a as 0, this will become simply into linear form. If you have a as 0, what will happen? This will become bx plus c. That will be what? That will be a linear equation. So of course a cannot be 0. And what is ABC? A, B, C are constants. Okay, A, B, C are constant. Now, so basically they might give you a question in MCQ and they'll ask you to identify whether the given equation is quadratic or not. So how can you say that? Means there should be a variable, okay, with the power 2, with the degree 2, and of course that should be the highest degree. And if let's say bx is missing, if I have only example as 2x square plus 5 equal to 0, is this a quadratic equation? Answer is yes. If you have 2x square plus 9x equal to 0, is this a quadratic equation? Yes. Means minimum of quadratic term should be there. Apart from that, if other terms are missing, that's all right, but you should have the degree 2 terms available to be calling that equation as quadratic form. Okay, now if you solve this particular question to understand the form, why I explain the form and why it is important, because this kind of question can be framed on it. So they're asking us check whether the following are the quadratic equations or not. Means in the part 1 and part 2 of this question, the sub questions of 1 and 2, we'll figure it out whether the given equations are quadratic or not. Okay, let's start with the first one. Let us start with the first one. The first one has x square 3x plus 1, okay, and on the right hand side it has what? It has x minus 2 the whole square, right, dear children? That's how you see the equation. Okay, now you can expand this. All of you know how you can expand this, right? Please check. You can write this as x square plus 4 minus 4x, right sir? Okay, continue. X square plus 3x plus 1. What is happening over here? X square gets cancelled. X square gets cancelled. It means what? Minus 4x will come over here. You'll have 7x and you'll have minus 3 equal to 0. Now tell me, is this a quadratic? Is this a quadratic? Answer is no. Of course not, right? Because we have only linear term over here. There is no quadratic term. So the given form, the first one, is not a quadratic. Not a quadratic equation, as simple as that. Okay, what about second form? Sir, of course not. Second one is to directly not a quadratic, sir. We have x cube written over here. We have x cube, sir. X cube is a cubic equation. Highest degree should be 2. Let's check before making an assumption. Let's check. Expand on this side. We get, of course, this is as it is, x cube minus 4x square minus x plus 1. What about this? Now the formula will be a minus b the whole cube. The identity, we have learned that. Let's apply this. So I'll have x cube. I'll have next as minus 8. We'll have minus 3 times of x into 2, excuse me, times of x minus 2. That's the formula. A cube minus b cube minus 3ab a minus b. Okay, great. Have a look. So this x cube and x cube is cancelled. I'll have over here minus 4x square minus x plus 1, and this side I have minus 6x square, and we have minus 6 into 2, so will become plus 12x. If you see these two are not cancelled, actually it will become simply 2x square minus 13x plus 1, I guess. Guys, please cross check if I have made any calculation mistake. I'll try not to, but I might make. So please cross check. And I think this is a quadratic, right? A x square bx minus c. A value is 2. Your a value is 2. Your b value is minus 13. And your c value is 1. You have to know these things. You must know what is the a value, b value. Because when we when we move to the solving of the equations, we'll use the formula method, and then this becomes very, very important. When this becomes very, very, very important. Is that clear? Very much clear. Okay, so this is my question based upon the standard form when the questions are given us to identify whether it is quadratic or not. We can't just make an assumption. We have to see whether the quadratic term is present over here or not, whether the quadratic term is present over here or not. This is clear? Okay, now let's move on. So next is solving a quadratic equation. How do you solve it? So first, I told you, in this we have two methods. In this we have two methods, method number 1 and method number 2. So method number 1 is factorization, and method number 2 is your formula approach or formula method. Now tell me, all of you in the comment section right now, how many of you know both the methods? right now. I understand this is a recorded session, but I would love to see your comments. So tell me right now, I want to know your names. How many of you know both the methods, method 1 and method 2? Let me know, sir, I know both. Just reply, just put a comment right now in the video, I know both the methods, sir. Okay, please, I want to know how dedicated, how you are able to relate with me in this session. Okay, because based upon that, we'll keep improving, we'll keep learning, both me and all of you. Okay, so let me know whether you know both the methods or not, and of course I'll teach you. Even if you don't know, it's all right, I'm here to teach you that. Okay, so I have taken example to deal with this factorization technique to solve a quadratic equation that works. Okay, so what we do in this case, no, we'll look for the first and third term. Sir, first and third term, if I move minus and 9x on this side, will it be okay? No. Remember, the form is like this: ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So whatever equation is given to you, any equation given to you, you have to write in this format. You must. Okay, you have to write in this format. Once you've done that, then this becomes your first term and this becomes your last term. Now multiply these two terms. Multiply these two terms. What are you going to get over here? Please check 18x square. You're going to get 18x square. You're going to get 18x square. Now you have to make the factors of the number that you have. You have number 18. Factors can be 118, 289 actually. Yeah, 29 or 3, 6. Now think about it. Which one you can use to make the middle term? Which one can you use the factors that you have to make the middle term? Clearly it is 3 and 6. If you use minus 3x and minus 6x, it becomes minus 9x. So will this be always utilized like this? Most of the cases works on this only. This is called as tree method or splitting the middle term method. You have all learned actually, right? But even if you not learned, if you have forgotten about it, that's why you're here, right? Do not worry. Don't feel even bad for 1 second that you don't know anything. It's okay. You don't know, it's all right, but you're here for that, right? You're here to learn about that. That's good enough. Even that can change your preparation. Even that can be a beginning of your journey from right now, wherever whatever stage you are on, till the 95% in your boards. It can happen. It will happen if you are consistent. If you are through with our channel properly, if you go and learn all the concepts, learn and solve all the problems that has been taught in different subjects, I'm telling you, you will be able to score that 95% in your boards, and you'll be very much happy that you actually trusted yourself, okay, and believed in my words. So please tell me if you know this method. This is called as splitting the middle term or tree method. Okay, so what do we do? First and third term will multiply. We get 18 over there. Write the factors of 18. See which combination works to get the middle term. Over here we have 3 and 6. That is working. I get this as x square minus 3x and minus 6x plus 18 equals to 0. Right? Minus 3x minus 6x makes minus 9x. That's correct. And their product makes 18x square. So understand this very clearly. The product should not only give me this product of these two numbers should not only give me the value, the 18, should also give me the same sign. Very important. Let's say if I take 2 and 9, if you multiply them, you will get 18, but if you add them, will you get 9x? You cannot get. So I'm telling you, the combination that you're taking, the factor combination that you're taking, must be in such a way that that product gives me this same result that you multiplied and you got when you multiplied the first and third term with the same sign, not a different sign. Here the sign is plus 18x square, so I hope I have to get plus 18x square only. No, nothing other than that. Have a look. Now simple is taking combination of first two and last two terms. What is common here? X is common, x minus 3. Here minus 6 is common, x minus 3 again. Now in these two terms that I have x minus 3 common. So I get x minus 3 and x minus 6 equals to 0. My value of x is nothing but 3 and 6. These two values are called as roots of quadratic equation. Roots of quadratic equation. Okay, And how do you get this? How do you solve this? By checking here this 3 and 6 value if you want to put, you can verify the LHS and RHS. Put 3 as you get 9 minus 27, that is how much? You get again match 18 plus 18 will be 0. Okay, so these values are roots of the quadratic equation. Answer is 3, 6. Alright, so this is the method that we use to solve question on the basis of factorization method. Again, we can have more than one type. We can also use in this, we can also use not only split the middle term. So we can have, to factorize, we can have of course I call this to be tree method. I can call this to be tree method. Next we have identities. We also have identities that you have learnt in grade 8, 9, right? Those identities can be used. For example, a plus b the whole square, a minus b the whole square, a square minus b square. Those can be also used to get the results of roots. Okay, so tree method, identities can be used. Any of these can be used to solve the question, solve the quadratic equation given with the help of factorization method. Okay, now the formula method that we have, Sridharacharya method. How do we get to know that? How do we solve the questions on it? Okay, so have a look. The equation goes like this: ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Okay, this is what we know. This is what we know. All of you agree? This is what we know. Okay, and in this, you know what is ABC? ABC are the constant, the coefficients for x square and x, and c is the constant. Actually, they are all constants only, but I hope you get the point. Now, if you know ABC values, the roots are simply given by minus b plus minus root d upon 2a. Minus b plus minus root d upon 2a. You can see here we have plus and minus. When you use the plus sign, you get one of the roots. When you use the minus sign over here, you get the second root. Okay, to get the first root you have to use plus sign over here. To get the second root you have to use the minus sign over here. Clear? Very much clear. Okay, now what is this value of d called? This is the discriminant value. It's a parameter to understand, that helps us to understand nature of the roots. So we will see that later. That is the last topic, the last section of this particular chapter, which is called as nature of roots. So I'm trying to do what? I'm trying to complete your concepts first, then I'll move on and solve the questions with you. Do not worry. When I'm solving the question, I'll recall the concepts at the same time. Okay, I'll help you understand how to recall the concepts as well. So do not worry about that. D is called as discriminant. D is called as discriminant. And how do you find this? Simply same formula, b square minus 4ac. B square minus 4ac. What is b square? B value from here, 4 is a constant, a from here, and c from here. Okay, so this is the formula to find the root. D is also used to understand and identify the nature of the given quadratic to us. Okay, we'll see all of that in detail, not a problem. But right now our job is to crack this particular question with the help of this formula approach. So I want all of you to do one thing. Be honest with me. Please try to solve this question right now. How can you do that? Pause the video, check this, the a value, what is this, b value is what, and c value is what, and use this formula to get the result, and let me know in the comment section what was it, what is you getting. Okay, and cross check once I start solving it. Solve it right now and let me know what is the result for ABC values. Okay, great. Now have a look. A value is what? A value in this case is 2, b value in this case is minus 5, and c value is 3. First thing is to find the discriminant. Okay, first thing is to find the discriminant, of course. So we get here b square minus 4ac. Okay, this value going to be minus 5 square minus 4 times of a, which is 2, and c is going to be 3. Okay, I have here 25 minus 24, answer is 1. My d value is 1. D value is coming as simply 1. Okay, now that is correct. With that known, with this known, not a problem. I'm looking to find what? My roots, right? And how do you do that? Simply use the formula x equals to minus b plus minus root d pi 2a. Okay, so your x1 will become minus b. What is minus b? B is minus 5. So minus of minus 5. Let's use the plus sign to get the first root. So plus sign, root of d means d value here is 1. So root of 1 by 2a, to 2 times of 2. 2 times of 2. Okay, which is 4. Okay, so I have here 5 plus 1 by 4 will become 5 plus 1 is 6 by 4 is going to be 3 by 2. It's going to be 3 by 2 is my first root value, and the second one will be very simply x2 equals to minus of minus 5, and this will be minus sign in this case, root 1 by again 2 into 2, which is going to be 4. I get here 4 by 4, right? The answer is simply 1. My first root is 3 by 2, the second root is 1. First root is 3 by 2 and the second root is 1. These are the roots again for the quadratic equation. Now I hope all of you know that method that we have for zeros, sum of the zeros, product of the zeros, same can be applied. Remember, you have learned that in the polynomials as well, that when you add, when you talk with respect to the quadratic polynomial and add the two zeros, remember, I'll teach you over here. Just give me 1 second. This part, very, very important. Have a look. If you have an equation like this only, this case, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, and your alpha and beta are roots. In case of polynomial, this was called zeros. Remember, in case of the polynomial, those values of the variable x which will make the entire polynomial equal to 0, that was called as zeros of the polynomial, right? So this alpha and beta in this particular case becomes roots. In the quadratic polynomial it is zeros. So those alpha beta, if you have that, the rule remains same. Sum of the roots and product of the roots. Sum will be given by alpha plus beta, okay, and this is equals to minus b upon a, whereas the product is given by alpha into beta, and again same c by a. I know you all have learned this in the polynomial part as well, but same repeats when you talk with respect to the quadratic equations as well. I wanted to give you a hint before starting and using this directly in the questions, okay? So I'll be using all of this, okay? Whether how you use this formula to get the result for roots, use this one to solve for the different questions in the that is the p by q or anything that is coming your way. So this is the given standard form. Hope this is clear. Alpha and beta are the roots given to you, and the sum is given by minus b by a, and the product is given by c by a, okay? So this is very much clear about how to use Shuddhacharya formula to get our result in the case of quadratic equation, solving a quadratic equation. So we have learned so far standard form, factorization method to solve the quadratic equation. We've also learned the formula method, and we have looked upon the sum and the product of the root formulas for quadratic as well. Now moving to the last topic of nature of roots, okay? Now when I say competency based questions, no, the question can be asked, okay, especially in the topic on the graphs. So I hope all of you know the graph of quadratic is nothing but something called as parabola. Sir, what is this? It's okay, you have not learnt it because it's not there in the syllabus. This comes when it is grade 11. If you go to and you start learning conic section, then something called as parabola will come, and of course you have seen it. Even though you have not learnt it, you have seen this. Remember, if you go to any of the historical sites, you see those doors, remember, of this form. All the big doors are there in this form, okay? Even a lot of things you see in an arch also, bridge also is made like this. All of these are what? Parabolas only, right? Do you see even in the rainbows? Remember, rainbows, we have 7 colors, there are seven different parabolas in that, okay? So my point is, even though you have not learned this, the technicality behind the parabola, the curved parabola, but you still have seen and come across this a lot of times. A lot of patterns, a lot of design are based upon this shape which is called as parabola. So we'll see how this is related to nature of root. Simple reason is, parabola is the curve of quadratic equation. If you try to draw any given quadratic equation to you, okay, then what will happen? You'll get a curve which is a parabola. Now we'll get 3 different types of parabola if you talk with respect to 3 different types of nature of roots. 3 different types of nature of roots. The first nature is what? 2 distinct and real roots. Means the roots are the value that you get for x1 and x2 when they are real. Real means what? Of course, normal. Whether it is decimal, real or not. Is decimal a real number? Yes, it is. Is a root which is like say root 5 real number? Yes, it is. Root 5 is going to be something 2 point something, right? It'll be a decimal. It will be a non-recurring decimal, but still be what? It still be a what do you call decimal number or real number. Okay, so whether you have root, whether you have decimal, fraction, whatever it is, rational, all these are real numbers. Okay, so you'll get real roots and they're distinct, means you'll get two values x1 and x2, they're both not equal to each other and they're also real. When that happens, you'll have a different curve. Okay, next is what? Two equal and real roots. Next is two equal and real, means they'll be real and also equal. Okay, means they will not have actually two roots, you'll have only one root, because they're both equal, right? You'll have don't have any two values, you'll have only one value for it. I'll show you. And no real roots. That's the last case where the roots are imaginary, complex roots that you learn in grade 11 again when you see and talk about complex numbers, right? There's a chapter called as Quadratic Equation and Complex Number in grade 11. There you learn about no real roots and how actually you find that, how simplify that and get more mathematics into that particular concept. But right now, understand this: the three cases, two distinct and real root, two equal and real root, and no real root. Okay, for this particular part we have this. What is this called as? Remember, this is called as D. This is nothing but D equals to B square minus 4AC, right? Remember, this is called as discriminant. This is called as discriminant. What is discriminant? Discriminant is nothing but a parameter which helps us understand the nature of the roots. Discriminant, if you want to repeat after me, repeat. Discriminant is nothing but a parameter which helps us understand the nature of the roots. Okay, got it? See here, discriminant is the parameter helps us understand nature of the roots. Superb. Now check this out. If I want to simplify this, what it actually means, let me erase some of the forms over here. Let me erase this. Okay, I'll give you the graphical approach. Now why I'm doing that? Because of course the questions in the examination can be asked on the competency base, asked on the application base. For that reason you must know the concepts of graphs as well over here. Okay, two distinct and real roots also written can be form of if D is more than 0. Either you write B square minus 4AC more than 0 or D more than 0 is the same thing, because D value is the B square minus 4AC. Two equal means simply D is equal to 0. This value B square minus 4AC should be equal to 0. B square minus 4AC should be equal to 0. And the last one, this D becomes negative. I'll give you an example. Let's say I can take D equals to minus 4. D equals to minus 4. D is negative over here. Yes. If you take root of the formula, you remember minus B plus minus root of D by something. Okay. A. 2A actually. What happens over here? Please check. This T will become, if you take this root over here, it'll be having root of minus 4. Can you find root of minus 4? Can you find root of minus 4? You cannot. Okay, somebody might be thinking, sir, we can find it, we can use I. Answer is 2I. That's correct, but that is a complex part. You learn that next year, but right now your answer is you don't know how to find the root of minus 4I, because root of negative number does not exist for all of you right now. So in that case, root of negative number never exists. Okay, so of course you'll have answer as no real roots. That's why when D is less than 0, answer is no real roots. Now I'm going to quickly show you the curves related to the three forms that you can see on the screen right now. Let's start with the first form. The first form looks like this: a quadratic with two distinct real root. You'll have, if you try to plot the curve, not right now but later, you'll have the curve like this. Check this out. So the curve, this is called the parabola. The quadratic equation will have two different cuts. This will be called as x1 and x2. What is x1 and x2? They are the roots of the given quadratic equation. Okay, and they are real in nature. So when we talk about two real roots, it means the given quadratic equation will have two intersections at the x-axis. So what they do in the examination, no, they'll give you a curve in the exam and they'll ask you, based upon the understanding that you have, what works, which is the correct form, whether it is two real form or one real root or no real root. This is the case of two real root. Okay, great. Now moving on to no real root. Okay, two equal roots. Second case, two equal roots. What happens in this case? Very simple. The graph will not cut, it will simply touch. So in this case, what will happen? x1 will become equal to x2. So in this particular case, graph will just touch the x-axis, not cut. Instead, only touch and go. So you'll have 2 points, of course 2 roots, but they'll be equal in nature. For example, I can take like this, x minus 2 the whole square equal to 0. What is the answer? X equals to 2. How many answers are there? 2 answers. Both the roots are same, 2 and 2. Okay, both the roots are same, 2 and 2. Case number 3, which is not real roots. In that case, what happens? If this is my x-axis and y-axis, the graph will never touch x-axis. The graph will never touch x-axis. Means there is no value of x for the given quadratic equation. Okay. So basically, where the graph touches the x-axis, there is no such point. It will be always above the y-axis. Sorry, above the x-axis. This is called as imaginary or not, not real roots. Called as imaginary roots. So understand this very clearly. For the case of real roots, you have 2 intersection. For the case of 2 equal roots, you have only 1 intersection, which is a contact point. And for imaginary root, we have no intersection. The graph can be given in the examination, and based upon that, you must have to answer one of the correct one, whichever is asked in that particular question, whether it is MCQ or case study. There have been questions like this. So it's very important to know and understand both part, this formula part as well as the graphical approach to the problems coming in nature of roots. I hope this is very much clear to all of you. Yes, you had fun, you understood this. Now the concept part is over. We're gonna move on to problem solving. Starting from the MCQs. So I've taken MCQs, I've taken some short answer questions, some have taken some long answer questions. I've also taken one case study for all of you. And of course, there'll be word problem, because if you talk about quadratic equation and don't solve a word problem, means that's unfair. You have to solve some word problems to understand quadratics. Okay, question number 1 in MCQ. If y equal to 1 is one of the solution of the quadratic equation given to you as py square plus py plus 3, then the value of p is what? If y equals to 1 is a root or a solution, means it will satisfy the equation. Root or solution means it will satisfy the equation. Let's do that. So put here p times of 1 square plus p times of 1 plus 3 should be equal to 0. We get here p plus p equal to minus 3. 2p equals to minus 3. It means p is minus 3 by 2. Answer is option C. Sir, that easy? Yes, that easy. I have not made this question. That's why I wanted to show you. There's a simple question that can come in examination, and it is asked as a P by Q of the year 2024. If I would have not written this, no, you would have not accepted that. Okay, so this can be a very easy question. How can they ask that? But they do. Question like this can also come. So understand this. If you know the concept well, 1-2 seconds, this question is solved and move on. Okay, great. So question number 2, another question, not exactly your all India paper. It's a CBSE 2020 paper. Have a look. If one of the zeros of the quadratic polynomial is 2, then the value of k is what? Same thing. If it is a 0, it means that if you substitute x value as 2, 3 into 2 plus k, it will become equal to 0. If 2 is a 0 of a given quadratic polynomial, then of course, if you put the x value as 2, this will come out as what? Equal to 0. Okay, what are you getting? 4 plus 6 plus k equal to 0. It means k equals to minus 10. Answer is option B. Answer is option B. Okay, moving on to question number 3 now. For the quadratic equation x square minus 2x plus 1, value of x plus 1 by x is what? Now looking at this, I know few of you must have got that. Okay, we have used that, sir, x square plus 1, x plus 1 by x the whole square, something like that we can use. Nothing, not required. Just bring this over here. X square minus 2x plus 1 equal to 0. Cross check. It's nothing but x minus 1 the whole square. It's nothing but identity of your second order. So x minus 1 the whole square, sorry, second degree, my bad. What do you get? X equals to 1. Substitute here. It will become 1 plus 1 by 1. What is the answer? Simply 2. Option is C. Sometimes you don't have to do too many things. Just look at the problem and you get the result that easy. Answer is x equals to 1. Question number 3 is also over. Question number 4 now. Now again, If I'm going faster, if you need me to slow down, you have to let me know in the comment section, so that when the next session is coming, I will plan accordingly. Okay, if you have any doubt in any of the questions, let me know the question number and what was the doubt. I'll reply to you right there, right now. Okay, not in the comment section, of course, not in the it's a recorded video, so I can't reply in the video itself, but I'll come back in the comment section and give you the answer, give you the resolution for your query, for your doubt. That's a promise. Okay, now question number 4. Again a PYQ. Which of the following quadratics has sum of its root as 4? Please check sum formula. Alpha plus beta is given by minus b by a. Check whenever this is coming as 4. This cannot be the case, because if you do that, you're going to get what? 2. What about this? Yeah, this is correct. Minus 4, because minus b by a, right? So minus b value is 4. So minus b by a. A is minus 1. Answer becomes 4. Correct, right? B is 4. And a is minus 1. If you divide that in the formula minus b by a, answer will come as 4. Hence, option number B is correct. Hence, option number B is correct. Clear? Have a look. Alright. Option number B is correct for the 4th question. Moving on, we still have few more MCQs to deal with. Let's solve it and then move on to the short answer type. If the roots of the given equation are in the ratio, basically alpha by beta is 1 by 3. What it means is 3 alpha equals to beta. So far so good. I've taken alpha beta as the roots. Alpha by beta is 1 by 3, so 3 alpha is equal to beta. Okay. Then m equals to what? Basically we have to use this condition of the sum and product to get the result value for m. Okay. Let's apply. Sum of this root will become alpha plus beta. Answer is minus b by a, formula minus m, right? Minus m by 1 is simply minus m. So I'm getting here, cross check from this, I get alpha plus beta as minus m. It means alpha plus 3 alpha is minus m. So 4 alpha is minus m. 4 alpha is minus m, correct? I've written beta as 3 alpha. So 4 alpha is minus m. Alright, what next? What next? What next? We have to use the product formula. We have to use the product formula. Let's do that. We get alpha times of beta equals to c by a. C value is 12 and a value is 1. Alpha times beta. So we get here 3 beta times beta equals to 12. 3 4 is this. I get beta square is 4. It means beta is plus minus 2. Alright, so I get over here, please check, my value of m is becoming minus 4 times of alpha actually, so minus 4 times of, alright, I made a mistake, right? Yes, I made a mistake over here. This should be beta, no, sorry, alpha, no, I have taken beta as 3 alpha, so I have made a difference. 3 alpha, it becomes alpha square, alpha value is this, so I get alpha value as plus minus 2, right? If you multiply them, you're gonna get what? You'll get the value of m as minus plus 8, because you have minus sign over here, right? So minus into plus will become minus, and minus into minus will become plus. So answer is plus minus 8 or minus plus 8. In this case, the answer is option number B. Option number B. Sir, you've written it here as minus plus, what? Why not plus minus? It's the same thing, but in sometime the question, no, the order matters. The order matters. If they say the first root is what? If they would ask you, let's say a question is given to you, you're getting the root as minus plus 8. Then what is the first root? It is not plus 8, it is actually a minus 8. Sometime plus, minus and minus plus is difference. Okay, please be careful. Please be careful. Okay, in this case it does not matter, because they are asking you simply the value of m and it is given as only one option, plus minus 8. You can take that. Option B is correct. But sometime if the answer is coming, let's say as plus minus 8, it means the root is in this format. Okay, it means your root number 1, x1 is nothing but minus 8 and x2 is nothing but plus 8. There is a difference. There is a difference. But in this case it is not a root. Okay, so I can just erase this part. I hope this is clear why plus minus and minus plus is different. Okay, all right, let me just erase this, give me 1 second. Okay, let's continue. Let us continue. Next is question number 6. This is clear. Question number, 1 second, question number 6. Fifth one is clear. The roots of the equation x square plus 3x minus 10 equal to 0 are what? Solve it. I get x square plus 3x minus 10 equal to 0, right? Factorize this 10 and x square, I get minus, okay, 5 and 2 will work. I can use here x square plus 5x minus 2x minus 10 equal to 0. Please check. If you multiply these two, you'll get answer as minus 10x square. If you multiply this, you're going to get the answer as minus 10x square, okay, which is the same as the product of first and third term, correct? The tree method. Now factorize it, you get x as x plus 5 in the first two terms, minus 2 is common, x plus 5. So I'm getting the values as x plus 5 and x minus 2 as 0. If you put them individually to 0, you get two factors over here, two values of x here, minus 5 and 2. Minus 5 and 2. So option A is correct. Minus 5 and 2, which is 2 or minus 5, same thing. Okay, this is wrong. Okay, this is minus 5 minus 2. You can't take this. Answer is option number A. Have a look. Sixth is done. Question number 7 now. Question number 7 now. The seventh question is assertion reason. Of course, I have not written the options over here. The options are false, true, we'll see. So over here, I'm here to explain you how the questions works. Option, I'm not going to give you as it is, but it's going to be a 1 marker PYQ from CBSE 2022 paper. Question is, a quadratic equation given in that format has no real root. No real root if AD equal to BC. If AD equals to BC. Okay. Let's begin solving it then. How do you solve for no real root, sir? Find D first. It will become, I have a formula B square minus 4AC. Use it over here. What is the square of B? B term is over here, right? This is my B term. So twice of AC plus BD the whole square. That's my B square minus 4 times of A. What is the A term over here? We have A square plus B square. What is my C term? Here, C square plus D square. C square plus D square. C square plus D square. Okay, clear. Expand, you get 4 times of A square, C square, B square, D square minus, plus 2ABCD. 2ABCD. Okay, that's my square of the first term. Second term, have a look. I get here minus 4 square, 4A square, C square. Next I have minus 4A square, D square. Next I have minus 4B square, C square. And I have minus 4 B square, D square. Okay. So if you check this carefully, I'm getting here this term cancelled. Okay. And then this term also is cancelled. Correct, right? 4 into B square D square will come over here, and this already is minus 4 B square D square, so they are both cancelled. I have now 4, okay, I have now over here minus 4 A square D square minus 4 B square C square, and this will become 4 into 2, so plus 8 A, B, C, D. So my value of D so far, take minus 4 common, is nothing but AD the whole square minus, plus, excuse me, I've taken minus and common, right? So it will become plus BC the whole square, okay, and it will become minus 2ABCD, minus 2ABCD. That's it. The value of D is like this. Clear? Check this out one more time. D equals to minus 4 is outside, okay, and over here what I get? AD minus BC the whole square, right? That's the actual identity in the degree 2. AD square BC square minus 2ABCD. Okay, if I take x as AD, y as BC, what is this? X square y square minus 2xy. Okay, so I have this. This is my D value now. What are they saying? If AD equals to BC, if AD equals to BC, it means this will become minus 4 times of 0. The square will become simply 0. So I'm getting D value as 0. I found the D first, okay, and then I use the condition that is given to us, AD equal to BC. When I use that, I'm getting the D value as 0. But what are they saying? They're saying that for no real root, this should be true. Is it possible? For no real root, actually D should be less than 0. I got d value as equal to 0. It means there is a contradiction. If d is 0, means this has to be equal roots, or if it is no real root, then this has to be d less than 0. It means that assertion is false. Assertion is false. Please check. My conclusion is done now. First statement number 1 or assertion is given as false statement. Okay. Now I'll move on to the next, which is the reason. Okay. Lx square minus 2x plus 2 equal to 0 has real roots if L is less than root 2. Real roots means d will be greater than also equal to 0. Greater than means distinct and real, and equal means simply real. So we have both conditions true over here. D value will become what? Minus 2 square, minus 2 square, that's my b square, minus 4 times of a, which is going to be L, into 2, which is my c value greater than equal to 0. And from here what I get? I'm getting here 4 minus 8L greater than equal to 0. Move this on this side, I get 8L is less than 4. I'm moving this over here, right? So I get this as L is less than 1 by 2. That's correct. It means reason is true. It means reason is true. So reason is true, assertion is false. If this question comes as a as one of the options, you have to pick this correct statement. Reason is true, assertion is false. Question number 7 is over for all of you. Let's start with the question number 8 now. Now this is a short answer, 2 marker, 3 marker. We have some questions. Let's solve this. So if the question is given like this, how do you solve this question? They have given here, if I take this to be, let's say something as from infinite number of x plus root, x plus root, x plus root, x plus root. If I remove one of the x out, what happens? What is left over here? This is still 6 only, right? Think about it. If this total thing is 6, from this entire thing I remove the one of the x outside. I take this one x outside. What is this going to be still? Same thing, 6 only. I remove this one out. What is the remaining thing? Still x plus root, x plus root, x plus root, like this till infinity will be what? 6 only. So I get this as x plus 6 as in the root as 6. Now square on both sides. Squaring both sides. What I get? I get here x plus 6. I get here 36. Move on this side. I get x equals to 36 minus 6. I have the answer as x equals to 30. X equals to 30 is my answer. Okay. Simple enough. The question can be asked like this for some student to trick you, but it's not difficult at all. It's a very, 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 very simple question. Nothing has to do with the formula or tricks of quadratic, but yeah, can be asked. Find the roots of quadratic equation for 6x square minus x minus 2 equal to 0. You can use various approach. You can use the approach of formula or something like that, whichever works the fastest for you. It's a 2 marker question. You can do that. Let's do it. We have, if you multiply this, 6x square minus x minus 2 equal to 0. Multiply these two, what are you going to get? You'll have minus 12x square as the number, the product of the last and first term. Factors will be what? I can take here 112, 3, 4. I think 3, 4 will work, right? If I take minus 4 plus 3, it'll work. Let's do it. I get 6x square minus 4x plus 3x minus 2 equal to 0. Please check. Sum of these two will give me minus x, and product will give me minus 4x into 3x will become minus 12. It means it is correct. Product is this and sum is the middle term. That is correct then. Okay, let's factorize this. The first two terms I am taking common. I get 2x is common. I have 3x minus 2. Okay, and here plus 1 is common. 3x minus 2 equal to 0. Do one thing, 3x minus 2, and we have 2x plus 1 equal to 0. I get the values of x as 2 by 3 and minus 1 by 2. You can get the same result using your Sridharacharya formula method as well, but I think this is simpler and faster in this particular case. It's a 2 marker question. If it is asked, it will be for a 2 marker. I hope this is very much clear. If you have doubt, you have to let me know in the comment section. Then only I get to know what I need to do to explain you that part. Okay? Any doubt you have, don't hesitate. Please ask me however dumb it is. It's okay. If you feel the doubt is silly, it's completely all right. Because bacha, I'm here to help you out in that only. If you know everything, you are going to school, right? You're going to tuitions, right? You're doing everything that you can do to work around and get better at your subject, but still not able to, then I'm here to help you on that. Okay, so any help you need from me, you have to let me know in the comment section. Doesn't matter however silly it is, don't worry, after some time you will get better on that. Believe me, I was one of your, if you feel like that, I was one of you. There was of course long time back when I was in grade 10, but yeah, I was also struggling at some point of time, right? But then I asked my teachers gave me confidence, I asked my doubts. When I did that, I of course got better in my subjects. Question number 10. A natural number when increased by 12, let the natural number be x. Let the natural number be x. Number be x, because what they're saying, natural number when increased by 12, we'll see all of that. Because what are they asking? They're asking us find the number. Do we know the number? We do not know the number. Let's assume the number to be x. The number is x. Okay, increased by 12. The number is increased by 12. Do it. Number is increased by 12. So x plus 12 equals, put equal sign, 160 times in multiplication. It's reciprocal 1 by x. It means what? The number is reciprocal. It means what? It means what? It means the number's reciprocal, sir. Yes, so that's how it is. Let's do one thing. Cross multiply. I get x square plus 12x equals to 160. Over here you bring x square plus 12x minus 160 equal to 0. I got to factorize it. The factor is going to be what? For 160 x square, I want to get the difference as 12. Can I use 20 and 8? 20x and 8x? Please check. 20 into 8 is 160 and 20 minus 8 is going to be 12. This works out. Over here I get x square plus 20x minus 8x minus 160 equal to 0. Take x common over here. I get x plus 20. I get minus 8 common over here, x plus 20 one more time, right? If you're not able to understand my factorization, don't worry. Pause the video, do it, take some time, do it from your side, and then come back and cross check whether what I've done is right or not. If I've done wrong, you have to let me know in the comment section. Okay, what I get over here, x plus 20 and x minus 8 as 0, which gives me the value of x as 8 or minus 20. Sir, both answer is correct. No, sir. No. Only one is correct. Because they're saying a natural number is minus 20 a natural number. Is minus 20 a natural number? Of course not. It is an integer. So we have the answer as x equals to 8 is the only answer in this particular case. Minus 20 is not there. Minus 20 is an integer, not a natural number. Hence answer is x equals to 8 is my required number. Is the required natural number. Clear, very clear. 10th is done. Question number 11 now. Please have a look. Question number 11 now. Now the time and work questions using quadratic, superb. They keep asking this kind of question. Okay, again this is a competency based question, so can be asked even in the case of your case studies as well. Okay, so very important to understand this clearly. A and B are working together, can do a piece of work in 6 days. Working together can finish the work in 6 days. A takes 5 days less than B. Okay, so let's take that, let us assume B takes X days to complete the work. Okay, so let us assume that B takes X days to complete work. Okay, this much is clear. Here we have the important thing is B and X days. Okay, then what will happen to A? So A will take what? A will take, of course they've given here 5 days less. It means X minus 5 days. X minus 5 days. So if I want to understand, remember one thing, in any of the question based upon time and work, try to of course use the statement given to you to break down and to understand what is the given information. So they have given us only two things. One thing is together they work and finish the complete work in 6 days, and individually A is faster, finishes the work 5 days faster. Apart from that, nothing else is given. Okay, then whenever that is the case, what is going to be the how do you solve this question? Try to find for unit time, unit day, unit work. So try to look at that, not unit work, unit time and unit day actually. So basically understand how much work will A and B finish individually in one day. So I'll find here work done in one day by what? By A first. So I get by A will become what? 1 upon x minus 5. Okay, and by B will be what? 1 upon x. So what does this represents? These two values represents your amount of work done by A in one day. Let me explain it to you. Let's say if I complete any given work in 2 days. Let's say if I complete any given work to me in 2 days, then how much work I'll finish in one day? 1 by 2, half the work. If I have been completing a work in 2 days, then in one day I'll finish half the work. Same way, if A will take x minus 5 days to complete a work, in one day it will complete 1 upon x minus 5 part of the work. Same way, for B, if it takes x days to complete the work, it will take in one day it will complete 1 upon x amount of work. Okay, together they are finishing in 6 days. Okay, so if I have to write A plus B's 1 day work. I have to write this as 1 by 6. Together they complete the work in 6 days. So in one day they are completing how many work? How much of the work? 1 by 6 of the work. And then comes our equation. What is the equation? 1 upon x minus 5 plus 1 upon x equals to 1 upon 6. A's 1 day work is what? This much. B's 1 day work is this much. If they work together, the work is what? 1 by 6. Find the quadratic equation from here. You get this as x plus x minus 5. Over here you have x minus 5 times of x. 1 by 6 we have 2x minus 5 equals to what? Times 6 actually equals to x square minus 5x. Cross multiply. You'll have here 12x minus 30 x square minus 5x. If you bring that on the side, you get 0 over here. X square minus 17x plus 30. So basically my quadratic is x square minus 17x plus 30 equal to 0. Factorize it. Factorize this part. Factorize this. This is my equation, okay? This is my equation. Factorize this. You can use over here x square minus 15x and minus 2x plus 30 equal to 0. Factors will be what? X minus 15 and x minus 2 actually. Factorize this. You'll have the answer as x minus 15 and x minus 2 as the factors. It means my values of x is coming as either 15 days or 2 days. 15 or 2 days. Now think about it. If A and B together finishes a work in 6 days, if A and B together finishes a work in 6 days, can B itself, what is x represents? Number of days taken by B to complete the work. If A and B finishes the work in 6 days, can B complete the entire work in 2 days? Is it possible? Not at all. If A and B work together to finish the work in 6 days, B itself cannot finish the work in 2 days. Of course, it means my answer has to be 15. 2 has to be ignored. So for B, answer will be what? 15 days. Time taken by B to complete the work will be 15 days. If B works alone, completes the work in 15 days, not 2 days. 15 days is my answer. Please check question number 11 is done. 11th is done. Question number 12 will start now. Question number 12 now. Okay. Have a look. It says find the values of k for each of the following quadratic equations so that they have 2 equal roots. 2 equal roots means what? It means d has to be equal to 0. discriminant value has to be equal to 0. All right. Find the values of k for each of the following. Let's do that first part. First. I have here d. Find the d value. I get d as b square means k square minus 4 times of a means 2 and c means 3. This has to be 0. I get what I get, k square as 8 to 24. So I get k as root of 24, k as plus minus 2 root 6, excuse me, plus minus 2 root 6. Correct now? That's my answer for the first part. For the second part now. First part is clear? First part is clear, right? First part is very much clear. Okay, second one. Let's form the equation first. So I have here kx square minus 2kx and we have plus 6. This is the given quadratic form of the equation now. Standard form is written now. Again same thing, equal roots, so d equals to b square. Over here we have minus 2k the whole square minus 4ac. So 4 into a is k into 6 equal to 0. I get here 4k square minus 24k as 0. 24k as 0, correct? 4a into c. All right. So I'm getting over here, 1 second. Yeah, minus 2k square is 4k square only, right? Yeah, correct. So let's do one thing, take 4k common. I get k minus 6 equal to 0, which gives me k value is either 0 or k value is 6. Please cross check if the answer is correct. Let me know if I have got this answer correct, because I don't know, I don't remember exactly what was the answer, but I hope the k value is 0 and 6. Because if we take 4k common, right, what is left over here? K is left. In this, the second term, only 6 is left. So if you equate to 0, again k can be 0 from the first factor, 4k, or it can be k minus 6 as well. So it will become k equal to 6. My answer for k is either 0 or 6 for the question number 12 part 2. 12th is done. Simple enough. Okay. This can be a 3 marker. This can be a 3 marker. Even this can be the previous question can be a 3 marker or 5 marker. 3 or 5 marker. Okay. Got it? Question number 13 now. Question number 13 now. What are they saying? Is it possible to design a rectangular park of perimeter 18 meters? 80 meters. Perimeter means what? 2 times of L plus B should be 80. From here what I get? L plus B is 40. First equation. Okay. So far so good. No problem over here. And the area 400. What's the area I'm going to be? L into B will be 400. That's the area of any rectangular field. L into B is the area. Okay, put the value of L from there. You get 40 minus B into B equals to 400. I get here 40B minus B square equals to 400. Bring on that side, you get B square minus 40B plus 400 equal to 0. Equal to 0. Okay. Equal to 0. If you want to check whether this is going to be possible or not, what's the meaning of this question? They're saying, is it possible to design? Is it possible to design? What it means is whether this equation will give me a real value of B or not. Because if B is not real, L will become unreal. Because L is what? 40 minus B. If B value, the breadth value is not real, L will become again not real. So I have to find whether the B is real or not. And how do you do that? Now you check for the discriminant value. What I get D value as? B square minus 4AC. I get minus 40 square minus 4 times of 1 into 400. What is the answer going to be? 1600 minus 1600, which is 0. When I get D value as 0 means it is possible. It's going to be a real root. Real and equal root is the condition. So yes. Answer is for the first part. Yes, it is possible. Now, if they wouldn't have asked us, the second part will not go ahead from here. They ask us, is it possible to draw? Yes, it is possible to design a park with perimeter as 80 and area as 400 meters square. Yes, it is possible. Now, for the second part, find the length and breadth. Please check. What is the question? Equation now? B square minus 40B, and we have 400 If you check carefully, it is actually whole square. B minus 20 the whole square actually. Have a look. B square is going to be what? B square is B square. 20 square is going to be 400. Okay, and the square of 2 into 20 will become what? Product of 2 into 20 into B will become minus 40B. Okay, so I'm getting the value of B as 20. Value of B as 20. Check from here. L also will become equal to 20. Both of them will be in meters only. Meters and meters. That's my answer. It's actually going to be a square. It will not be a rectangular park, even though they have mentioned here as a rectangular park, but it actually will be a square with the dimension 20 cross 20. Okay, 20 cross 20. So question number 13 is clear, right? 13 is very much clear. Moving on now. This is a beautiful question. 13th was a beautiful question. Now PYQ from CBSE 2024 paper. You can see different variety of questions are there. Some of them are competency based, some of them are simply formula based. Again, this is also a formula based question. Find the value of k for which the quadratic equation this has real and equal roots. Real and equal. So d is equal to 0. Now this here there might be this question in the form of what? In the form of competency. What we can say? They can give you a arch like this. They can give you an arch and they'll say that the equation for this arch is this. We say that the equation of this arch is this. Now for the case that the roots coming from this arch, okay, they can give you a radius, something like that, is real or equal. They can ask you whether find the value of k in that case. So basically the question can be converted into the form of competency based. Okay, so but in this case we have not a question like that. We don't have that. Let's just forget about it and solve the problem at hand. Okay, real and equal roots mean d equal to 0. We get d value as b square minus 4ac equal to 0. D, what is the b square value? Please check. Minus 2 3k plus 1 the whole square minus 4 times of a. What is a value? K plus 1, 8k plus 1 equal to 0. I have here 4, we get here 9 k square plus 1 plus 6k, okay, and we get here minus 4. Multiply this, I get 8k square and I get plus k plus 8k and plus 1 equal to 0. You can see here I can take the 4 common and divide it on both sides. Take 4 common and divide 4 on both sides, you get 4 and 4 cancelled. Take 4 common and put it on this side, again it's cancelled. Your method to do it, but 4 can be removed from here. Next step, check this out, it's gonna be 9k square plus 6k plus 1. 4 is gone, right? I get minus 8k square plus 9k actually and plus 1. This is in the bracket actually. Okay, expansion 9k square plus 6k plus 1 minus 8k square minus 9k minus 1 equal to 0. 1 and minus 1 is cancelled. Simplify now. I'm getting 9k minus 8k will become simply k square and you'll have minus 3k equal to 0. Okay, take k common, you get k minus 3. You get the value of k is either 0 from here and from here I get as 3. So we have two values of k possible. If you start solving from d equal to 0, you get either k as 0 or k as 3. We have two values of k when the roots are real and equal, which is what? K as 0 or k as 3. Clear? Clear or not? Yes, it is clear. 14th is done. Good question. Just looking at the problem, it might look complicated to you. Looking at it might look complicated and calculative in nature, but if you break it down properly, one step you do, if you do clearly, answer becomes very much clear to you. It's going to be very much simple as 0 and 3. 14th is done. Question number 15th now. Find the value of the C for which quadratic equation has, again same thing, real and equal roots. See, asked in 2014. See the connection. Same question, 2024, 2015, 2014. Means question like this can come actually. Okay, great. Same result. D should be 0. B square minus 4ac should be 0. Okay, so I'll have here minus 6 c plus 1 the whole square minus 4 times of a. So c plus 1 and c 3 times of c plus 9 should be equal to 0. I do have c plus 1 common. Before I do that, before I do that, yeah, so I needed to have some water. Let's continue now. Okay, sorry for the break. Let's see over here what we have. Square of this will become what? 36 c plus 1 the square minus 12 I have, right? 12 c plus 1 and c plus 9 equal to 0. Let's do one thing now. We have 12 common and we have c plus 1 common, right, in both the terms. We do have that. Let's just take this common. I get 12 times of c plus 1 common. In this we have 3 times of c plus 1. 3 times of c plus 1 minus simply c plus 9 equals 0. Correct? I've taken 12 common, c plus 1 common. So if you check here, I'm getting this 12 times of c plus 1, 3c plus 3 minus c minus 9 equal to 0. Minus c minus 9, okay? So I have the factors now as 12 c plus 1. I get this as 2c minus 3 minus 9 is going to be minus 6 as 0. I get c value as minus 1, and over here I get c value as 6 by 2, which is nothing but 3. Okay, so this is not possible. They have given here c is not equal to minus 1. C is not equal to minus 1. It means this has to be neglected. Answer is going to be c equal to 3. They have given that c cannot be equal to minus 1. Okay, it means we have to take the other answer, which is going to be 2c equals to 6. It means c equal to 3. C equals to 3. Please check. 15th is over. Question number 15 is over. It's a good question. Okay, now moving on to question number 16 now. If the equation given to you has equal roots, then so that this condition is true. For equal roots for this quadratic given to you, so that it is true. Same condition, exact same thing, d as 0. Okay, if you try this out, you're gonna get what? B square, right? So 2mc square minus 4 times of a, 1 plus m square, and we have this c square minus a square, c square minus a square equal to 0, 4ac, right? Okay, I get 4m square c square over here. I get minus 4c square plus 4a square plus 4a square, and next we have minus 4m square c square, and the last one is going to be plus 4a square and m square equal to 0. Then this is cancelled. I want to get c square, right? So I'll just move that thing on that side. I'm getting here minus 4c square plus 4a square plus 4a square m square as 0. Correct? Let's do one thing. Bring this term on this side. It becomes 4c square, and over here what is left? I can take 4a square common. I get 1 plus m square. I'm taking from here 4a square common. 4 and 4 is cancelled. Please check. That's it. Proven, right? C square equals to a square times of 1 plus am square. 1 plus m square, hence proved. Hence proved. They've asked you to prove that, and we got it done. Question number 16 is also over. Simple enough. Okay, this is a very popular question. I think it's a part of your one of the reference book also. I've seen it quite a number of times. Question number 17 now. A train problem. Again, the word problem in this is from NCERT. It's a very good question. Keeps coming. Coming back once in a while. A train travels at a distance of 40 kilometers at a uniform speed. The speed had been 8 kilometer per hour less. Okay, the speed is reduced by 8 kilometer per hour. It would take, of course, it will take more time, so it will be 3 hours extra to cover the same distance. We need to find the speed of the train. So assume it. Speed of train is what? X kilometers per hour. Speed of train is x kilometers per hour. Okay. And what is the new speed? What is the new speed? New speed is the reduced speed. Correct? New speed is the reduced speed, right? So you're gonna write it as x minus 8 kilometers per hour. X minus 8 kilometers per hour. Okay. Now if you check what I'm getting, so but the distance remains same. if I need to find the time taken, so if let's say I find the time taken is given by distance by speed. Okay, so if I have to find original time, which will talk with respect to what? Uniform speed, which is original speed, which is x. I'll get what? 480 by x hours. That's my original time. What's the new time? New time is 480 divided by x minus 8 hours. X minus 8 hours, correct? X minus 8, the speed is x minus 8. Now think about it, which is more? Is the new time more or original time more? New time is more, right? It'll take 3 hours extra. So basically, my equation is going to be what? 480 upon x minus 8, which is a bigger time, minus 480 upon x is equals to what? Is equals to 3. The difference is the increase in the time. So equal to 3. Take 480 common. What I get? 1 upon x minus 8 minus 1 upon x equals to 3. Cancel this 3 with this, I get 16. So 160. LCM will be what? Check this out. I'll have LCM as x square minus 8x. This will have x minus of x minus of minus 8. Correct? I hope the calculation is very clear. What I'm doing, taking LCM over here, this will become x, this will become x minus 8, making equivalent fraction, right? So I get x minus of x minus 8, x and x is cancelled, cross multiply. From here you can see it's coming as 160 into 8 equals to x square minus 8x. I have moved this term I have moved on this with 1, multiplied with 1. So I'm getting 160 into 8. Bring on one side, I'm getting x square minus 8x minus 160 into 8 equal to 0. Okay, all right. Now the whole thing over here is about getting the right factors. If you get the right factors from here, if you are able to find the right factors from here, quickly your answer is done. Please check, I have to factorize this term only, because my answer will be 160 into 8. So what students make a mistake, no, they multiply to get the factors. Don't do that. It's easy to break the factors from here, right? It'll become 40 into 8. Okay, 4 into 40 into 8. 160 is 4 into 40 into 8. Combine 8 and 4. What happens? It becomes 32 into 40. Basically, 160 into 8 is same as 32 into 40. The factors is rearranged now. 160 into 8 is 32 into 40. If you use this together, you can get minus 8 from here. If you use 32 and 40, you can get minus 8 from here. So try to use the factors without multiplying them. Okay, it'll be easier. Check this out. X square, I want minus, right? So I'll put this as plus 32x and minus 40x minus 160 into 8 equal to 0. Okay, this is not x actually. I can multiply this, no? I don't have to write like this. 160 into 8 will come as 128, I think. 8 6 are 48. So 1280, correct. 8 6 are 48, 8 1 is 8, plus 4 is 12. So 1280 is the product of 160 into 8. Okay. Factorize now, I get x plus 32 over here, and I get x minus 40. Please check. X minus 40, right? I'm getting x value as 40 or minus 32. I cannot have negative value, so answer will be x equals to 40 kilometers per hour. That's my original speed. Okay, so basically if you do it like this, you're gonna get it done in 12 hours. You reduce by this, you'll get 32. So it will become what? 40. 32 by 40, 480, right? 480 by 32. If you do, I get 8 4s are, and I get over here 8 6s are 15. So yeah, 3 hours difference is correct. This is the right answer. Right answer is 40 only. I was just cross checking it because I don't know the answer exactly, so I wanted to cross check. What I did, I divided this 40 to 480 to get the answer as 12 hours, and divide the difference. The new speed will be 40 minus 8, right? So 32. Divide 32 to 480, you're gonna get the answer as 15 hours. Difference of 12 and 15 hours is how much? 3 hours. It means my answer is correct. Okay, please cross check. It's very good to verify your answer in any of the problems actually, because it's going to carry a lot of marks. 3 or 5 marks the question will come for. If you make a mistake, then it's not good, right? You put effort and time to get the wrong answer, you lose marks. Just cross verify quickly in the examination to make sure that you're right, and if something is wrong in the calculation part, you can change that, you can correct it quickly, right? 17th is over. Question number 17 is done. Okay, let's see. I think we have last few questions left. So if you have a doubt in 17th one, you're going to let me know in the comment section. Anything that you want to say to me, you have to tell me in the comment section only, right, bacha? Because right now we're not doing any live sessions. So once I come and start taking lives, then you can come back and ask me more and more doubts. But right now, you have to let me know your comments, your queries in the comment section only. I take only maths, so you have to ask me questions about mathematics. The other teachers, for them you can ask your subject-wise doubts. Okay, but understand this, we're gonna make sure that right now we just started, but even if we keep going forward, we'll always answer all of your queries without fail. It might take a little longer, but we'll answer all of your queries. Find the values of p for which one root of the quadratic equation is 6 times the other. Let's say one of the root is alpha, the other they're saying is 6 alpha, right? One root is alpha, other root is 6 alpha, correct? One root is 6 times the other, means one root is alpha, other two root is 6 alpha. Okay, so again, how do you solve this? They're asking you find the value of p. Sum. What is the answer going to be for the sum? Minus of minus 14, right? Minus of minus 14, my bad. Minus of minus 14 exactly, because minus b by a, right? So b value is minus 14 over here. This is going to be p. I get 7 alpha equals to 14 by p. So I get alpha equals to 2 by p. Alpha equals to 2 by p. Next is what? Product. Next is the product of the roots. So for that we have alpha into 6 alpha, because one of the root is alpha, other is 6 times the first root. Okay, what we get over here? C by a. C is 8 by p. P is what? Simply a is what? So p. I get here 6 alpha square equals to 8 by p. I'm getting here what? Take this out. 6 into 2 by p, the square equals to 8 by p. Okay, so what I get? 6 into 4 by p square equals to 8 by p. Okay, cross multiply. I'm getting here 24p equals to 8p square. Okay, bring it on this side. 8p square minus 24p equal to 0. Take 8p is common. P minus 3 equal to 0. Value of p can either be 0 or 3. Please check. P can be either 0 or 3. P can be either 0 or 3. But can it be 0? If you take p value as 0, it will become a linear equation, right? So your answer becomes p equal to 3. That's your final answer. Please check. Because if you take p value as 0, now it will become what? 0 into x square. Answer is 0. It's not a quadratic anymore. Okay, so you cannot take p value as 0. Answer will be simply p equal to 3. Is that clear? I hope this is clear. Okay, let's move on then. All right. Okay, this is the last question of the day, the case study. I wanted to solve a case study also for all of you. It's very important because I'll try to, whenever I'm coming for a session, I'll try to give you a case study as well. We need to get a practice of solving this case study faster. I'm not saying that it will be difficult. I'm not saying that you can't solve it. I am saying that students takes time to solve case study, which is not, we don't have freedom to do that. We have to do it quickly. We cannot, for 4-mark question, we cannot take 10 minutes. This is a 4-mark question, right? 1, 1, 2. First part carries 1 mark. This is a 4-marker question. This is a 4-marker question. Okay, the first one carries 1 mark, second one carries 1 mark, and the last one carries, there's an option given to it, but you have to carry what? 2 marks each. So not like option you can choose either for 3 or 3B. It carries 2 marks actually. Okay, great. So Raj and Ajay are very close friends. Both the families decided to go Raniket by own cars. Raj's car travels at a speed of X km per hour, while the Ajay's car travel at speed of 5 km per hour faster than the Raj's car. Raj took 4 hours more than Ajay to complete the journey of 400 kilometers. Okay, superb. First of all, they are asking what will be the distance covered by Ajay's car in 2 hours. So understand this very clearly. Over here, they are not asking you the final answer. They are not asking you to do that. They are asking you simply in the form of the equations. Simply in the form of the equations. So how do you solve that? Please check. First part. So Raj's car is taking X km per hour. Speed of Raj's car, okay? Raj's car is what? X kilometers per hour. Alright. Then speed of Ajay's car. Please check. Ajay's car will become what? X plus 5. Because Ajay's car is 5 km per hour faster. X plus 5 kilometers per hour. Now what are they asking? They are asking us to find the distance covered by Ajay's car in 2 hours. Part 1. Part 1. Distance travelled by Ajay's car in 2 hours, right? How do you find distance? Time into speed. Time into speed. What is the speed here? X plus 5 is the speed into 2. What are you going to get? 2x plus 10 is the distance. So it will be simply kilometers. This is the distance travelled by Ajay's car in 2 hours. 2x plus 10 kilometers. Part 1 is done. Question number 2 now. Question number 2 now. Write a quadratic equation to describe the speed of the Raj's car. Okay. Total distance is given to us. Raj took 4 hours more. Okay. So if you check this out, for Raj, what's the time taken? It will be 400 by x hours. That's for Raj, because Raj is slower, right? 400 is total distance divided by x, which is the speed, gets 400 by x hours. But for Ajay, check for Ajay, what is going to be the case? 400 divided by what? X plus 5 hours. Don't take this as 2 hours, okay? This 2 hours is not the total time. This 2 hours is just the 2 hours that they have travelled, the distance, some distance they have travelled, not the total distance, okay? This 2 hours represents the some distance that they travel in 2 hours, not the total distance. Okay. Total time will be what? 400 kilometers by x plus 5, which is the speed. Okay. Which is more? Who's going faster? Ajay is going faster. It will be less time. So I'm getting basically here 400 by x is the more time minus 400 by x plus 5. The difference is how much? 4 hours, right? The difference is how much? 1 second. 4 hours. Have a look. Difference is 4 hours. Raj takes 4 hours longer. Okay. I'll take 400 common over here. I get 1 upon x minus 1 upon x plus 5 equals to 4. Cancel this. 4 will cancel this with 100. I'm getting over here. 100 is left. Take LCM now. I get x times of x plus 5 as the denominator. This will become x plus 5 if you make the equivalence fraction, right? You have to multiply this first fraction with 1 by x plus 5 in both sides, numerator and denominator. So x plus 5 minus will be x over here equals to 1. Correct? I've cancelled the 4 over here. 4 with 400 as 100. So x and x is cancelled. I get 500 in the numerator equals to, cross multiply on this side, I get x square plus 5x. My answer is nothing but x square plus 5x minus 500 is my answer for the second part. What are they asking? Quadratic equation describing the speed of Raj's car. What is this given as? X kilometers per hour. X kilometers per hour. Please check. X square plus 5x minus 500 is the given quadratic form. Now next we move on to third part A. What are they asking third part A? What are they asking third part A? Have a look. Right there, what is the speed of Raj's car? Okay, you have to solve the equation. X square, okay, sorry, I forgot to write here, equal to 0. Minus 500, right? 25 into 20. 25 into 20 will work, I guess. Please check. X square plus 25x minus 20x minus 500 equal to 0. Yeah, this is correct. X plus 25 and minus 20 if you take x plus 25 Factors are x minus 20 and x plus 25. Answer is equal to x as 20 or minus 25. We have to ignore this because speed cannot be negative. I get x value as 20 kilometers per hour, which is the speed of Raj's car. Okay, speed of Raj's car. Now last one is 3b. Last one is 3b. Have a look. How much time took Ajay to travel the 400 kilometers? To do that, we have to use this time taken for Ajay. You are looking for time taken for Ajay, right? Time taken by Ajay's car. Ajay's car. It will become what? 400 divided by x plus 5. How much is this? 400 divided by 20 plus 5, which is 400 divided by 25, which is how much? 8 hours. 8? No. 16 actually. Sorry, 16 hours. 25 into 8 is 200 actually, right? 25 into 4 is 100. 25 into 8 is 200. 25 into 16 will become 400. So answer is 16 hours. Please check. So one option is here, answer. Second option is answer here, the quadratic form. Third answer is the Raj speed, which is going to be 20 km per hour. And the last is 16 hours, which is the option for answer for 3b. This is a case study broken into simpler steps. I hope you have understood every single bit of it. Okay, this completes our session today, and that is the end of the session, the chapter quadratic equation. Okay, so I've taken a quality amount of questions. Okay, we have discussed all of them in detail, whether it is from standard form, solving a question based upon the factorization, solving a question based upon the formula method, moving on to the nature of roots, graphical approach, and the case study as well. Now if I have missed something, I might have, if I missed something, you have to let me know in the comment section. I've tried not to miss any, but if I have, you have to be a part of the journey. You have to be very much sincere, very much committed to your work, and you can let me know what I need to do to make this chapter complete if I have not completed it yet. But for today's session, this is it, and the chapter quadratic equation is over. I'll see you again very soon. Till then, take care. Bye bye.